All right, all right. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. We are live, Liberty Aid Academy, and our famous founder, Jack McCaig, John McCaig, officially, and myself, Tim Judge, here overstuffed with turkey, trying to work it off. How are you, sir?
Yeah, doing great. Doing great. Tim Judge, the All USA Realtor, if you need one. Yeah, it's good to be here, Tim.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get Instagram up tonight. I been doing a lot helping somebody out, and my phone got left in the car. Oops, let my car out. So no car, no phone. Like that, but quick. Right before the show. But I got some good curry out of the deal. It was like a trade, but I didn't mean to trade that much for
There
it.
you go. Well, I'm sure you'll get your phone back, so
Yes, I'm sure too.
we'll get there.
What?
We did. I reran one of our famous shows last week because we took the week off. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was very. I thought like, wow, when have I not done a Thursday show? You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It was just like so long. Maybe it was last Thanksgiving or something. I don't know.
yeah.
It's been a while. So it was kind of totally different pattern for me for the week to do that. So that was
Right.
nice. Pretty quiet, and we have, it's Florida. We got the warm weather and the beautiful circumstances, so pretty good. We had a little cold thing for Thanksgiving, but I was down at the beach today and jumped in, so things are back to normal here.
Nice.
How about you,
Sounds
man?
good. Lovely day. We my daughter had her last home game of the season, and they have advanced to the what is it first, the semifinals, now the quarterfinals, now the semifinals. So they've won again on Tuesday
Woo!
after that. So yeah, she's doing real well, and their team is doing very well. So that's how we spent our Thanksgiving on the football field, cheering them on, and we had a good time. So yeah, and then a great dinner and a quiet evening. So it was beautiful, beautiful.
Football and turkey, man. You're super traditional. Look at you.
Yeah, yeah, right. And just the apple pie, we were rounded everything out just nicely.
That's great to hear that. I hope everyone else had a great time out there too on our, okay, this is your day off. You don't get any others practically. Yeah. So it's great to see the family. Good for you, man.
Yes, yes. Alex is here, says yes, sir. Mike's here, one day closer. Sounds good. Greeting, Alex and Mike. Frank's in the house. Greetings, greetings. Yes, thank you. Sylvia, good evening, everyone. Welcome, Sylvia. Is that Reese? Reese, hello, John and Tim. Very nice. Gratefully, Andy. Greetings, all. Wife passed away. Sorry about that. GoFundMe set up for funeral arrangement. Would you recommend using credit card or payment? Okay. Sorry to hear that. Let's see, Mr. McCaig and Mr. Tim. All right. Welcome, welcome, Yolanda. Is it Thursday yet? Yes. Great to see you too, Chris. Chris in the house.
He's a hard worker. This guy is moving forward.
Very good, very good. I am going to grab the link because the name of the show is Testimonial Season. You made a big push last weekend to get people off their seats and motivated. So I figured, and that was my comment. It's a super friendly space right here, so people should join in and come on the show with us. Just say hello. So share your wins, share your losses, your troubles, whatever it is, and with the we don't have to get into every issue, but anything with the trust.
Share your miracles.
Yes, exactly right, exactly right. So with that, you do have hundreds of testimonials on your site and everything, which is fantastic. So I want people to make sure they know they're there to use as examples, something to shoot for, strive for. But it's basically best to just share your own story and your own feeling, why you did it, and how it got to you, and what stage you're in. Everybody's in a different stage. Some people like myself started 2 years ago and got off the ground running, and then life gets in the way, and the next steps that you want to do or taking too much time. But you do the best you can. And then there's other people that roam around the earth. Scott's in Cozumel, trying to do what
Nice.
he can. Very
Uh,
nice.
man.
Welcome, Scott. Good to see you. So,
Yeah,
any other? How did I noticed that you did have a what was that called? A Black Friday sale? Something for the Thanksgiving weekend. How'd that go? All good in the hood?
The only reason I do something like that is because nobody's interested in the truth or God around
Yeah.
the holidays ever. You know what I mean? Which is actually fine because we're given so few times to get together with family and friends. Like everyone's out on the hamster wheel trying to pay back the bankers who have enslaved us. They're trying to divide families and give us no time together whatsoever.
Yep.
So, I I understand this time of year, we usually put in a lot of work over here at Liberty Aid Academy because not that many people show up. So that's year after year after year, and we're doing some great things actually. Some I kind of want to go into because this is we have some thoughts on what we want to do during the year and we get some things done, but this is a time when we really kind of like hunker down and do some real stuff. One thing that we're doing is the Trump Millionaire course is great. Like if you do a testimonial, so this is where we're on testimonials, we give you this Trump Millionaire course for free, and you can sell it out there on social media and get paid up to $375 every time somebody pays you for the course. And it has a link that brings you through to the school that gives you a 15% discount. So basically what you paid, you get a discount. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, that Trump Millionaire course explained it, but where's the stuff? At Liberty Aid Academy, and you got discounted the same amount. So people know what they're coming into. Because why Trump Millionaire course? Because he uses all the methods we have here to get rich, and it's legal. So people are like, oh, wait, can you do that? Is that legal? Well, that's how the president runs his finances. So, yes, it's 100% legal. So that helps people get over that hurdle of, I never heard of this. Well, actually, you have. If you looked into Trump, you have heard of this. You looked in the Rockefellers, you have heard of this. You know what I mean? Like it's out there. The super wealthy elite have been using these methods all the time. They don't use other methods. And so we're sharing them with you. Oh, we got somebody poking in here.
Sylvia says her trust was approved by my bank, PNC. Got the call yesterday. Monday, I have appointments to set it up. Saturday, I have an appointment and the second trust set up. And thank you for all the testimonials. Wonderful.
I mean,
congratulations.
People have no idea how important this testimonial is. What she just said is an absolute miracle. I've been over to PNC, and so many other people have been over to PNC. And guess what? I didn't get no bank account at PNC. So this is great. You get it at most every bank. Okay. Almost so it has a glitch, but PNC over the years hasn't been that easy to get. And now it is. So this is like, they were kind of the last holdout for this. And now they're not. This is wonderful news, Sylvia. I really appreciate this, getting this information. Thank you. So an actual testimonial, a video, and to make a testimonial, all you do, email us, contact at libertyacademy.org, and hey, I want to make a testimonial. And Tammy said to you, like, we have this short little explanation that, hey, this is how you make a testimonial. So we make it real easy for you. But boy, that would be a great testimonial, Sylvia. People are like, yeah, but I want to do these 10 other things. Oh, you got your bank account open with the trust so you don't pay the IRS anymore. What? Sure, another testimonial if you could do something else. But I mean, what? That's enough. That's like more than almost anyone else has done. that's alive in the US, just opening a bank account with a, hey, I no longer pay taxes. My trust got 501c3 status and I don't report. Yes. So that's a miracle. Like people are like, yeah, but I'm trying to do this. Okay, make the testimonial, please. And yeah, after you do a few more miracles, sure, do an extra miracles video, no problem, But this flat out is because I watch what's going on over the years, and POC is like truly like last holdout. So it's amazing. Congratulations to Sylvia for cracking that one. Really
There
happy.
you go. We'll be looking for it, Sylvia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We were talking about getting out of taxes, which 100% has worked for me, and I know many other people. There is a rumor going around, and I want to address this to people who might be on the fence, that Trump is saying, hey, we might wipe out taxes altogether for everybody. If you've watched this guy in the last year, this is how he operates. He goes and says, well, we're going to do 100% tariffs on China, and all this kind of, and he causes all these people, everybody goes crazy, and then they come to some agreement, in the middle or what. This is how he negotiates, right? So he's going to throw around this, let's go to zero, and then he's going to blame the Democrats and everybody else that wants to keep getting
If
a taste of
only
that.
I could have got
Right.
rid of
I
all
wanted to
taxes
get you
except for
zero.
these bad apples over here, not me. Yeah,
Right.
very
Right.
clever negotiating.
So he's gonna say, I tried to get zero, but now we're just gonna take 5 points off the top or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'm doing and we'll go down from here, and reelect me in 2028 or something. He'll say.
Yeah. Well, we were going to raise it to 50%, and now I did this, so we were only raising it, this, not to the rich though, but
Yeah. Here we go. Reese says, we'd never do that. Wipe out the taxes. That's right. I highly doubt that that's so. Don't let that be the reason you are waiting to see if this is not necessary. This very powerful things happen when you engage with this trust, besides just the taxes. So don't give that up.
yeah. The simple hack
And get
is
in there.
you use a trust, right? Everything goes in it. It's a Christian loophole, great. And then your PERSA, your all capital letter name fiction. That's your first name, last name. That thing. That becomes your vacuum cleaner to get all the free stuff because it don't have anything. That's the overall hack we got here.
So gratefully, Andy asked me to go back to his first question. I'm sorry I glassed over that, but he set up a GoFundMe and for funeral arrangements. He said, would you recommend using a credit card to pay for the arrangements or keep the donations? So the donations, I guess, through GoFundMe maybe went to his trust. I think he's saying that he had a trust and they were making donations, if GoFundMe was doing that. But if you've had GoFundMe go into your trust, if that's what you're talking about, that's great. Keep the donations in there and pay what you have to pay out of your trust. I don't know why you could use a credit card, but then you could use your trust to do that.
I think I know what this is getting at.
Mm-hmm.
The question, and this is a broad answer to this, because it's like people are like, hey, I'm going to use my credit card for your person. You see what I'm saying? He's like, if I use my personal credit card, can a trust pay it later? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so a trust can pay anything. Doesn't have to pay just, oh, I'm going to pay this. It can pay somebody else's thing. It can pay a bill. There are no limitations on what a trustee can do with a trust's money. No limitations, except don't do things that are illegal. Paying for your wife's funeral is not illegal.
Right.
That's an unfortunate tragedy that you're involved in. And so that doesn't qualify as illegal in any way, shape, or form. So you're obviously anyone would be going through an extremely traumatic experience of this. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything wrong or anything. No, you're not. There are no limitations like that on what you can do, but it's personal. And then the trust. Yeah, no, it's not like that. Basically, your person, right? You don't want it to have any assets, any revenue stream, anything of value. Credit, that doesn't have any value. I mean, it has value that you could use it, but it's not something that can be taken, right? It doesn't,
Right.
it's not a bank account or anything like that. So, you know, don't have anything. But yes, you already have credit. You could use it and you could pay off your personal credit with the trust from the trust 100%. No problem with that whatsoever. I think, that's generally the question about trust use and money. And of course, you're mixing up, the emotions of the situation and concern and all that, of course, because you're in like one of life's most difficult situations, and understandable. But no, you're fine. Good question. Gratefully, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck in that situation, Andy. We'll say a prayer.
Yeah, yeah. God bless your wife, and may she go to God, and that's it. I mean, it feels to us here we miss them, of course. But if you go over to the other side and you do die, and I have, and come back, you realize, ah, can I go back? It's they're not having a problem. We still have our problems, but our problem is we miss them greatly, and of course, that's understandable. So,
I think this was directed towards Sylvia, who just opened up. Robert's saying, were you able to get a debit card for your first name, last name, trust, bank account? TD told me they don't do that for a trust. Do you have experience with? I mean, a
I have
debit card.
I have a
Usually,
trust
they give out
account at
debit
TD.
cards.
I have
Easy.
a trust account at TD for my
Yeah.
trust. I have a debit card. I'm just
Yeah.
so sometimes different banks may have a policy, but an individual working in a bank may not fully understand how to apply them. Some different branch locations of a bank have more trust expertise than other branches of banks.
Yeah.
So, usually, when you hit something like that, which is not really accurate, because I have one, go to another branch and try there, because I've seen this happen myself where it's just like, oh, well, we don't, and they just don't know and they
Yeah.
don't look it up. And that's just based on their feelings or whatever. And it's not helpful to you. So, Robert, I would go to another branch, another TD branch, and call them, their 800 number, and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey, say, I got this account number, da 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 da. Can you send me a new debit card?" Hey, thanks. All right. Hey, great. Yeah, that's still my address. Uh huh. Yeah, send a debit card there. Okay, thank you. I would handle it that way. I would try the 800 number, and then I would try another branch, just because you could do it from your house. And then
Yep.
if not, try another branch. I think you'll overcome that hurdle. Myself, I did. They didn't bring it up. They were just like, "Here you go."
Maybe they're talking about maybe the bank and or Robert was misunderstood about a credit card. Credit cards are tough to come by for trusts.
No, 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 no.
Um,
So this does happen sometimes.
yeah.
And it somebody told me this one time in the back. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I'm like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And I went to another branch, no problem. So
Yeah. Yeah.
this is lack of expertise. Is in my experience, and when I've heard this, I don't know if I've heard this from others, but in my experience, lack of expertise. So try those two options. You should get over this hurdle.
And Mike is asking, John, do you and Tim watch the testimonials?
I do.
Yeah, of
What
course.
are you talking about? I'm like cheering and stuff. I'm like, "Ah!" What? You bet I do. What? I watch them. Some I watch a few, more than
Yeah.
once. Like, because I'm always like, somebody asks me a question, all the time. I'm in the forum, our private forum, which comes with being a student here. And somebody asks a question. I'm like, you know what? The answer is watch this testimonial, because I could answer it,
Right.
but proof is what counts. Because you're like, well, okay, thanks, John. But it's like, what? Because all the testimonials got the paperwork, got the individual, look what I did. So I find those are the most important thing besides the coursework, and why Tammy and I dedicate so much time And Tim too. He named the show after it. Like, we dedicate so much time here, try to get people to do testimonials because no other school has them in the United States or
Yeah.
Canada. There are no testimonials with a school. There aren't, with a video showing this is who I am. Here's the paperwork, and then for us to get on YouTube, no one else, right? Just our school, we have to produce a notarized affidavit to YouTube to put a testimonial on there. That's why you never see testimonials out there for anything. No one can get a notarized affidavit because YouTube requires it to put up a testimonial. We have that for each one of them. That's why you never see them elsewhere. No one has them. Not MIT or Stanford or Yale or Harvard. They do not have testimonials. Give us your money. Good luck. No, give us your money, become a student here, and we help you. And guess who's successful here? 100% of our students are successful. Everyone. Unlike any other school, they're like, hey, you know what? 10% of our, man, what did you say? 10%? Why am I going to your school? No, our
Right.
stuff works for 100% of people, unlike every other school that has ever existed. Works for everyone. So it's like, why isn't everyone doing it? It's like, who passionately loves their government more than themselves and family? Anyone without this trust is the answer to that question. What is
Yeah.
going on with you people? It makes you wonder, like, who do you love? You love, I mean, his hair's freaky, cool, or whatever, but I'd go for my children or my wife, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or myself. Like, don't you matter more than the hairdo guy? I mean, great hairdo or not, or stunning anyway. But do you think he's that great of a spokesman that you would just throw money at him? Here, hey, tax it. What? You're great. We don't need this stupid money here, or food, or a house, or yeah, here, people.
I'll just add that a lot of the or a good portion of the testimonials that I've watched also spark up different ideas that I could do because people want to do it's not just oh I went through this stuff and I did my testimonial, thanks, it works great. It's I did this because I want to do that, and I'll tell you, especially uh Alan's testimony, very detailed about all the things that he wanted to do with his trust, and Roxy's, of course, just the things that they've applied it to, spark up other ideas of things that you can be working through this trust, and it's just amazing. It's not a
Christopher,
one trick pony type of situation.
Christopher, who's in here tonight,
Yeah,
you would have watched Testimonial. Christopher Elias, who is in here tonight. My God, this is the most organized testimonial maker, and he's out there doing his work. This is what I do. This guy is amazing. Who is in here? Don't toot his own horn. He's just like, here we go, here we go. He goes through it. You're like, I wish this guy was in my. This guy's a plumber in some town, and he's not in my town. It's like, oh man, could you move here? Like, it's just, he's so great. Like, you see people like Alan, like Christopher, like these people are amazing people to watch. Not just like Tim saying I did this, but what they're doing in their life is flat out
yeah,
amazing.
yep. And Pauletta in the house.
God bless you, girl. What was
Frank
Christopher
asking.
saying? What was, oh, you just pulled up his
I
name.
just pulled
Yeah,
up the other one. He
no,
said
that's the guy right there.
Thursday.
Exactly.
Yep, yep,
Yes.
yep. Can you discuss shop pay financing options for those that want the trust bundle? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Really, it's super simple. Shop pay is a method of financing the purchase of our courses. Okay. And so you're going through the McCaig Mastery Trust Bundle gets you everything, super hyper discount on purpose because we want our students to have every piece of information, nothing left out. Okay. And we hyper discount everything so you have everything. We want our students to be full. We're not like, oh, and guess what? You wish you had. No, no, no. We want you to have everything, okay? And so you're in there, okay, McCaig Mastery Trust. So you're like, I'm gonna check out, click, great. And then you get to the checkout, and in that area, once you get to the checkout, you're ready to make your purchase. It says, "Would you like to use Shop Pay?" You'll be paying 4 or 5, something like that, different payments, and you're like, "Okay, click," you know? But you immediately get all the information
Yep.
right then. Like, you're like, "Okay," it's not like, "Oh, well, okay, well, when do you actually pay?" You get no, no, no. You check out, choose Shop Pay, and so you're paying like, I don't know, a 20th of it or so. I forget whether it's 4 or 5 payments. And so you make your first payment and then you get everything and then you make a couple payments over time. So I haven't done it myself, but that's generally how it works. And you do it in when you're going to check out. So great question, Frank. Thank you.
Um, Next up, Robert, what would be the result if you deposit a check written to your first name, last name, written from your first name, last name trust, and the check
Two.
bounced?
No, written to it. So you get a check.
Okay. So you're taking a donation and then the donation bounces. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, same thing happens every time. They're like, uh, you're like, "Wait, I put that check in. Why did it where nothing goes in?" That's what happens. Nothing happens. You call back, "Hey, what happened with that thing?" "Oh, it," and then you find out, "Oh, insufficient funds," or whatever, and then you call whoever, "Hey, your check bounced," or whatever, "You gotta send me a new check." That's how it works. Same like any bank account, no changes. That's how it works.
Oh, all right. And then Sylvia back says, I rent so I can put the lease in the name of the trust. Also, I have a 19-year-old autistic son. Since he doesn't have the capacity to run a trust, how can I protect him and his funds? Two parts: the trust on a lease. What do you think?
Yes, you definitely can put a lease in the name of a trust, 100%, no problem
Yes.
whatsoever. Yes, 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 absolutely. I know someone very well that has done that. Yeah, so that's not an issue at all.
Hmm.
It's an issue of where you're renting, whether they let you or not, but generally, yes, no problem. Uh, the other question is, uh, how to handle those funds, and that's actually a really good question. I have not been involved in this type of situation myself before, so I can't give 100% guidance on it. But I would, I would. This is really interesting. There's the way is I don't know the exact logistics, but what happens is, and you know this, Sylvia, you're a guardian for someone like that, and so you handle their finances, basically. You're doing it now. So however you're doing it now, whether it be in your name or whatever, you're gonna use a trust instead. So however you work that out in your guardianship of your son, that's how you're gonna continue to do it, but you're gonna use a trust instead. I don't know the logistics, but I would get in the forum, it comes with being a student, and I would ask it in there, and that way it could be more helpful. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
she's his representative payee and his guardian.
So you're gonna go into the bank how you did it already. You're like, "I'm gonna use the trust to be the representative payee and guardian," and you're gonna go through the exact same process. The only thing is you're gonna use the trust. That's all. Nothing's gonna change like that. You already know the process, but the bank account is gonna be different. That's all. Nothing else is gonna be different, okay?
Christopher says, DD rocks. He also added this one. I'm inspired by Alan Poe. We all are.
Me too. I am inspired by both those people every day. I couldn't agree more. Al's like, I'm like, oh man, I'm pretty smart. And then Alan shows up like, where's that dunce hat again? It's like, oh my, who is this guy? Like you just, oh, I agree with you.
Yep.
I agree. And the
Reese.
heart on Dee Dee, my God, who's got a
Yes.
bigger heart than that girl? Ain't nobody, not even me. What?
She's
Agreed.
always working to protect the trust
Totally.
for all of us.
Love.
Reese is adding that I purchased the trust through the shop financing, and I wouldn't have been able to get into this without that option. So thanks for offering that possibility. Yeah,
Yeah, it
fantastic.
does reduce what we get on our end, but our goal is to keep our courses as affordable for everyone as possible. We added the financing because you get the information up front. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, man, we ain't gonna, I don't want to be no banker or be, that's the opposite of what I want to be. But it's like, okay, they could have less money and get all the info. Okay, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like you're paying like extra. It can't be much extra because we get reduced on our end, not on your end. We just get paid less over here for the courses. So I'm happy to hear that, Reese. I'm glad you're here. You're doing a lot of good work. You're with the church, and you're totally with God, and you're totally careful about what you're doing. You're a good hard worker. It's great to have you here. I'm glad you made it too.
And this one, Sylvia says, thanks so much. I'll get it in the forum.
I think it's good because this is a good question that I actually haven't had in the forum before, and I'm sure other people are curious about it too, and they may be in similar circumstances as someone else. And I'm always trying to get something in the private forum, where there's only students, so that other people could go, oh, that's how it works. Even if they're not doing it, because maybe they know somebody and they were thinking, well, I don't know if it's going to work with a trust. And if you get in there and show it works and then make a testimonial, think of all the people that are guardians, that are representative pays, and are doing the same stuff with the same angelic. Let's just face it. You got the heart of an angel if you're giving someone to watch over like this and you're doing it. So there are other people out there that would, benefit from this. So your testimonial big time. So think about that. Let's get you through it. I want to help you through it. Let's get you there.
We just hit halftime, so I'm going to put this link up here again. If you did want to jump up, say hello, say how excited you are for using the trust, or if there's something holding you back and you want another answer, come on live and jump in with us. And
Yeah.
and it's like I said, safe space to come and tell us what you got going on.
You
But
get your own
the link
box.
is there.
You're in Holiday Square, Hollywood Squares, Holiday Square, Hollywood Squares. Gets the O, gets the X. Come on, get on here.
There it is. And as always, please put your comments in there. And then I also usually like to mention the YouTube mentor membership program. So you can go in there and get the detailed videos that are inside the YouTube membership, separate membership, which has a lot of details in there.
It does. That's the one thing that doesn't come with all our coursework because it's on YouTube, and we don't run YouTube. So I have made super current and super detailed work in there. That's not just these are generally how you do this, but a whole bunch of other things in there. And I really recommend that for people that are okay. I got my trust open. Okay. I totally recommend 1 month as a member in the membership with YouTube. It'll blow your mind, and it'll save you months of work if you get in there, especially if you're building credit or actually not there. I handle a lot of topics like real estate tax exemption,
Yeah.
every detail. It's amazing what's in there, and I really recommend it. It's not like we don't get that much out of it, to be honest with you, but you will. And I care about you. You're doing this work easily, successfully. So that's really important. Thank you, Chip.
Excellent. Excellent. That's all the questions at the moment. I didn't know if there was another topic you wanted to
Well, I was
talk about.
halfway through another topic before all these great questions came in. And I was saying we have this Trump Millionaire course, in case you didn't know about it, for testimonials. Currently, because, this is our quieter time of the year, we're working on a new course. Uh, it'll be similar to the Trump Millionaire course in that you will sell this course. You will make money, not us. And it is a link for 50% off to bring people to the school. But it's not going to have Trump in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get he's polarizing. I did this a while ago when he was all big news and stuff. But more importantly, people need the information, and your testimonial will be the thing that sells it. Look, I did it. And you're like, what did you, wait, what did, and they could get the course for a very reasonable amount, be excited, change their life. So we're trying to give you an unloaded course
Right.
to sell out there on the internet, make some money yourself, and then they come our way. So we're really above it, and it's an upgraded course. It's actually we worked on it yesterday a bunch today. It's going to be really cool actually because
Yep.
I would talk about it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do a little teaser thing here because it's really cool. You know, people are the idea is people understand the super wealthy, the top hat
Mhm.
crew with the giant mansions and stuff. They're doing that. How do they do that? So that's who's going to be telling you about it. The avatar is Mr. Top Hat, Mr. Charismatic Top Hat. Now that we got some AI up here, is going to be telling you all about it. And whoever gets the course. And we were going over and the one doing it was like, "What do you think of the Avatar stuff?" And Tammy's like, uh, "He's pretty good looking, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he's our guy's not like me. He's very charismatic, good looking, sweet, British. He's like, oh, this is how you're gonna love it. The ladies are gonna love it, and it's just about how to do it. And it's kind of like one of the wealthy British elite is going to tell you how to do it. So it's more fun and more engaging. It's like if the Monopoly guy, was British, talking from his estate, telling you, hey, this is how
Yep.
we did it. This is how I got out of jail free, collected my $200 when I passed go, got Park Avenue and Boardwalk. This is how I did it. Uh, that's what it's going to be like, and I think it's going to be very enjoyable. So far so good. So that's a little it's been fun to work on this, and then you're just going to add your testimony or whatever, and we're going to make it very easy for people. So
Yeah. And Sylvia's saying I can't say enough about the course. It's an absolute gold mine.
it is ridiculous. And let me segue into another topic that I got to go into. After we finalize this course and get it out to people who have a testimonial, we're going to take the same mindset to the courses as so on, and kind of like, because sometimes links go away, or we have information out there and stuff. So we're going to go through every detail again after we do this other course, and then basically everything will be upgraded a little bit, and we're going to raise the course prices to be a student. So if you'd like to get in before that happens, please do. Please get in. Okay. I'm just trying to notify you so you make it as affordable as possible for yourself, for anyone else who's interested in them. I'm not doing it tomorrow. There's no set date yet, but it's on the horizon pretty soon. So
Yeah.
uh, it is very affordable. They do work very well as is. We're going to even annually, basically, this is our slower time of year. So we get in there, we look it over, we're very careful with what we do. And I guess it was about 2 years ago. Every other year, we really kind of like this time of year, we really go through it. It was 2 years ago when we did the same thing, and course prices went up. And so expect that, kind of soon. And they're already, everything works. I keep adding courses over the years and more proof and all that stuff. So it is more valuable over time. And also, the dollar is less valuable. So, in
Yeah.
order for us to stay open and help you, because, you know, 2/3 of what you pay now goes to paid advertising to be a student. 2/3 of it. And this is why I'm hyper focused on creating this new course for people, our students, to make more money. We pay 12, 15,000 every month in paid advertising. That's no joke. You know how much Martin Goman pays? Zero.
Mm.
Okay. He brings as many people to school as I do. It's crazy. It's crazy. You could be doing the same. You could be getting paid off the Trump Millionaire course and then this next course. You could be getting paid too. He don't pay a nickel in paid advertising, but because of who we are, we're hyper hidden out there. We just are. With all this money we spend, we barely get noticed. So we have now put our energy into giving you courses to get the word out and you to get paid and bring people here instead of paying money to YouTube. It's Google, Facebook, and all that nonsense. I hate paying them. I would rather you get paid from people and you bring people here the way Martin does. And Jamie, too. Those two people bringing people here. Jamie brought a whole country, for crying out loud. I mean, it's amazing. That's two people that bring more people to school now than our paid advertising. So I just am like, let's get the tools to Jamie, Martin, and anyone else like that. Dee Dee's out there too. Let's get them the tools to get people here, and really, network like that is way more important. And it's also a tool to get you paid money. You pay money to be here. I'm getting you not just the government to pay back by not paying taxes, all these other methods, direct cash payments this way. So anyway, that was a lot of updates happening. So thanks for hanging in there as I went through that stuff.
All good stuff. Robert's asking, would you find it helpful setting up a DBA for the trust, doing commerce and building credit?
No, never. Absolutely not.
Never.
I don't find that useful at all. No, I don't see any reason for a DBA whatsoever, except for some rare circumstance where I already have my name out there. I have these contracts in this, pool service name to, use the only time it's ever come up, to do that. But no, I don't see a reason for a DBA. For example, like Roxy Wright has giant multi-million-dollar government contracts in the name of her trust, where she does land reclamation for I've done this before, for landfills, for the government. It gets paid to the trust. No, I don't see a need for DBA at all. Certainly not for credit building. That would be a hindrance, actually. No. Good question, though, Robert.
All right.
But let me go a little bit further. LibertyAidAcademy.org, right? It doesn't match Jesus Christ Trust. Those are two, but that's the trust that's receiving the money from LibertyAidAcademy.org. They don't have to match at all. Okay. So yes, I have a school that takes donations too, and a website is called Jesus Christ Trust, but I'm using that same trust for both websites to receive the money. So no, it doesn't have to match at all in any way, shape, or form. The main thing is, I recommend you do business in your first and last name trust. Okay, I do. I recommend first and last name trust for any business you have. It doesn't matter what your business is. You got ID. You see, it's like, oh, that's a guy. Oh, okay. No, first last name trust. I use that because I have a church too, so I set it up for the church and so on. You don't have a church, you don't need a church. I actually run a church. This is a Christian loophole, and it comes from the church. You see, I have to have a church. You don't. I want to too, but I'm saying I have to for the hierarchy of making this happen properly. Okay, that is a Christian loophole. I've done that. I do that work. That's how I do it. But in relation to the question, do we need a DBA? Absolutely not. You see, two websites that trust matches one of them, not the other. They don't care. Like I'm using Shopify. They don't care. They don't care. Like, what bank account do you want to go to? That's it.
Right. So you're using the for Liberty Aid Academy, You're using the Jesus Christ Net Shopify
No,
account,
no, I'm using the bank account,
the bank account.
Jesus Christ Trust.
But Shopify sends it to that bank account.
Yes,
Right. And so
for
they don't
Liberty
have
Academy.
for Liberty, they don't have an issue with the
Two separate Shopify accounts. I have
oh,
one
okay.
Shopify account for the church, and I have a separate Shopify account
Okay.
for Liberty Aid Academy, and it goes to the bank account,
The same bank
Jesus
account.
Christ Trust.
Gotcha.
You see,
Okay.
so no, you don't need a DBA. That's my point. I went through it because see, those aren't even remotely close, and it's not even my first and last name trust. They don't care. You
Right.
see, they don't care. Like, where do you want the money to go to? Here. That's it. They don't care. They don't care. So
And then well, let's just open it up to in any what situation would you recommend a DBA, or would you ever
I
use
wouldn't.
a DBA? Never,
Never.
never,
I would
nothing.
never use a DBA. Never, unless my caveat was I have to receive checks in this name of like a business name, like,
Right.
John's Pool Cleaning. I
Right.
have a contract, something already in place where I have this, something has to come in that name. You see? Okay, get a DBA.
Right.
But I've only heard of that coming up once, and it wasn't Roxy. And it wasn't, you see, it was just some one thing, one time. I was like, okay, well, a DBA solves that. But no, I don't, I have never needed one. I've never seen anyone else. It's just like, why have this contract? It has to go in there. Okay, get a DBA, goes in that. A DBA is attached to your trust, so you can put it in. So, but and a DBA is super easy to do. DBA is doing business as, it's a business acronym, which means you can have a business with two separate names. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you could take it in John's Pool Cleaning, but you could also take it in first and last name trust. You could do business in two names, like Ingawi Trust /USA. That's how they do it over there at the, USA, the country. That's how they do it.
Right.
They have in God we trust. That's the business. That's the corporation. There is no country. That's the corporation, and it does business as a country called USA. But it's this is a slave business. Obviously, it's
Right.
they own slaves. They own the land, and they make us pay for land. That's the in God we trust. They have a DBA because they're lying and they're doing subterfuge. We're USA. No, they're not. That's a DBA.
Right.
Go
Right.
look at my video on that on my channel. / means a DBA. They're not USA. They're ego we trust. Who's we? The devil. They trust in the devil. They worship the devil. And so all money goes not to humans, to the devil, who has a bank account and who gets all taxes go to the devil, not the country. Ronald Reagan has been, you can look up the quote. All money paid to the IRS, all of it goes to interest on the federal debt. None of it goes for any services the federal government provides. Not a single penny.
Right.
Your president told you that. So don't say you pay taxes to get roads. That has never happened in the history of this country, ever. And the president told you that in the 80s.
Robert's asking, so you do business as Jesus Christ Trust .net, not the first name last name trust. I set up 3 trusts, one for property, one for first name last name, and another for work, and I'm ordained.
You're not ordained by me, so you're not actually ordained. But so I do business in John McCaig Trust too. I have both. I have John McCaig Trust and I have Jesus Christ Trust. I do some business in John McCaig Trust. I use that too. But I'm saying those two websites, Jesus Christ Trust. So
Right. So Liberty Aid Academy and Jesus Christ Trust, JesusChristTrust.net, both go to the same bank account.
that's true. That's
So-
correct. That's why I was just because
Yep.
a DBA was asked about it, and I'm like, I don't see any use of it ever. And I've never seen a need except for one client who had this one certain contract set up, and they needed a DBA to get the, yeah, yeah, that's fake. But anyway, good job. Hey, if you can sell that nonsense, Robert, that's fine. But a spiritual hierarchy is real, and I'm at the top of it. If you're not ordained by me, you ain't actually ordained. So that's reality. You're ordained by the devil. Great. Congratulations. But fine, whatever. But no, this trust, this is how do you sell your soul to the devil? He comes with a contract, you sign your name, the devil doesn't sign, right? This is how you sign with Jesus Christ. You sign this trust, you're with Jesus Christ. So that's the ordaining, not you didn't give everything to Jesus when you got ordained. So that was not getting ordained by in a Christian method. Acts 5 in the Bible. You don't give everything to God, you flop over dead. So no, it don't work.
Robert's asking, does something do to accredit the tax write-off on the property?
I don't know what that means. You can. We have a course on real estate tax exemption and the proof that it works. I mean,
Right.
that's what we have. I don't know what. There's no tax write-off if you don't pay taxes. Like you're confusing things. There's nothing to write off against. There's no taxes being paid no matter what. So no. Clifton Horsey. There you go. We trust. That's right. He's the trustee. Clifton Horsey. Whoever that is. But that's who's on that trust. They go, we trust USA. That's the trustee, Clifton Horsey of the USA. That's whoever that is telling President Trump what to do. That's the owner and trustee, the single one. Or I guess that's a nom de plume of the devil is Clifton Horsey. It is for sure a nom de plume of that.
Robert wants the getting ordained certificate to assist in the religious property exemption.
Yes, well, you have to get baptized to do that by me. So come Sunday and ask about that, or look it up in the forum, or bring it up in the forum.
In the classroom, didn't Alan have
Yeah, Alan's
outlawing on that one?
awesome, yeah. But that's not possible to do unless you're baptized by me, because baptism's fake everywhere in the world. It's all fake. No one does it like in the New Testament, like Jesus. I'm the only individual alive that baptizes according to the way it's done in the Bible. We're not in the Old Testament. The Old Testament is for the bugs, right? That's for the devil worshippers. Jesus comes along and he says, he kneels, he washes their feet, showing he has no ego. That's how you baptize. No one does it but me. I have no ego. I'll kneel. Will a pastor kneel? Will any church you see them kneel? No. It's like, yeah, let's dunk women in water. Yeah, isn't that sexy? It's like, could you all think of more evil than that to do? It's like, no, I guess you can't. Actually, that's pretty much as evil as you get. So yeah, it has nothing to do. That's all fake. All that is fake.
Jay is saying, do as thou will, more or less, all from the devil, of course.
Of course. True. Who's got the millions of dollars to buy a church? What are you talking about? You sell your soul, you get a church. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. And they do a bunch of evil nonsense up in there. Never help anyone. Every church. They got proof? No. I got 100 testimonials. They're all fake. They don't even follow their own book. Guy comes along in the book, he washes feet, and he says, when you're amongst each other, this is what you do. And they don't do it at any church, anywhere in the world. Only myself, no other individual ever baptizes anyone except for myself by washing feet. It's never happened. So I'm the only one able to ordain anyone.
Now, if I'm just
glad you brought that up. Thank you. And I'm live every Sunday at noon. So Jesus Christ Trust on Net. I got a YouTube channel. So head on over there. Yeah. I'm just here to help people and families. I don't, How about look at my rolls? You know, like what are you, pastor creepy? What are you up to? I don't even I don't even want to know actually. It's like it's all evil over there. I got a church up the street. I went there. They had a 10 a.m. service. I went there. And literally, when I got there that day, the guy had to go up in front. The pastor had to, because I'm coming. He goes up in front of his congregation and says, "Look, I'm not a hippie or anything like that. I have to explain this. I can't wear shoes and socks today. I'm experiencing a lot of pain in my feet, and I can't wear shoes." Who's ever said that in your life? And I'm there to wash his feet, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wait till the service is over. And I said, "Hey, I noticed God knocked your shoes off." Uh, I said, "Would you like me to wash your feet as Jesus did?" Uh, and I'll let you choose. Would you like your church or would you like to meet with God? I'll give you the option. You can have either choice. I for sure you will meet with God right now if you let me wash your feet. Or would you prefer to have this church building? He's like, I don't know. I just walked out of there. I'm like, that's every church. You see what I'm saying? Who? What?
Yeah.
You had your feet, you had your shoes knocked off before I got here. God knew I was coming, but you're like, yeah. That's every church, just so you know.
Yeah. Robert's back. He says, "You see the logic, though. Getting the property tax removed with the Christian Ministry Trust and the ordained certificate. I was baptized shortly after I was born, ordained to do weddings."
Yeah, that don't matter because it's fake baptism, as I just explained. And they have no spiritual status. They don't have anyone. They will be known by their fruits. They got no fruits. Who's setting anybody free from the bankers, the government, the taxes, all that stuff? Only myself. No one else has proof. You have to go through the spiritual hierarchy to get ordained. I'm not going to let you use some ordained certificate for. Hey, what are you kidding me? That's all fake. There ain't no spiritual hierarchy over there except for to the devil. Absolutely no way you're going to get property tax exemption. No, they're not going to give it to you unless you use my paperwork and show you get it from my church. No way you're getting it. Not going to work. As Tim said, go and look for Alice posted. You'll see all that stuff in there. We'll help you through it. You got to get baptized by me. That's the only methodology. Sorry, that's how it works. This is a Christian loophole I created from my church. No, it's copyrighted. No one else can use this. You can only use it through me. No other human.
All right, we got time for one more question here. Mike's here. So, if a person owns a company with 30 employees, are you saying they just need to close the business bank account and just use the first name, last name bank account and all
Correct.
is well?
That's it. That's it. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Yes. That's what I'm saying for 10 years in a row every time we go live. Yes. There's one step. It's like there's one step. Yes. There's two steps to open a trust, and then there's one step to use it, one step more for opening your business. You write your name and your address in the trust, you get your EIN, right? And then use that bank account for your business, any business in the USA or Canada. And then you don't pay the IRS any taxes forever, and you don't fill out a form to the IRS for your business forever because you're Christian. Yes, it's accepted in the USA and Canada. Correct. No, put up Robert's thing real quick.
Yeah, I was just going to say it, which was basically he said, "Has anybody done the property tax exemption?"
Yes.
And we just said Alan Poe's testimonial in there. Let me just find that back there.
Yes.
Yeah, simple. The simple answer to
Simple
your
answer
simple
is the
question
same
is
answer we already answered. So go look at the proof. Same answer. Go
it's
look
in
at
the
proof.
classroom.
We only
Alan
run
Poe.
on proof here. We don't run on this is what happened. Go look at Alan's family proof. Yeah.
There you go.
Man, that hour just like every time it goes zip right by.
It's packed full, and it was a good one. A lot of good questions tonight. Take it away though.
Off to
Can't help you.
another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're signing out of here. Let him go, and he should be hanging with his family. So at least let him not do extra time here. See you next week, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, Tim. Everyone, get the trust. If you don't get the trust, we can't help you. Why are you paying the government? Go on, get out of that. Get over on this team. Come on over here. Keep the money for your family. All right. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. Thanks for the support, everyone.
Have a great week.